Welcome to the Global Skill Development Council, your gateway to digital transformation. We are an independent, vendor-neutral ISO IEC 1024 accredited certification body committed to helping individuals and organizations stay future-ready in a rapidly evolving world. GSDC is accredited by the Accreditation Board for International Certification Bodies, ABICB. For 10 years, we've certified more than 100,000 professionals across Europe, North America, Asia, and Africa, with our offices in Switzerland, the United States, and Singapore. Our programs are recognized by leading publications and podcasts, including Forbes, Tech Target, People Managing People. We offer 100 plus globally accredited certifications across emerging and in-demand domains like generative AI and emerging technologies, HR and learning and development, project management and agile Scrum, ISO and quality management, information security. Each GSDC certification is designed to empower professionals with confidence and help organizations stay competitive in a fast-changing landscape. Every certification is crafted with insights from 100 plus global advisory board members representing top universities and leading industry experts. Our certified professionals are trusted by 500 plus multinational companies, which help unlock better roles, faster promotions, and delivering cutting-edge expertise. We partner with 100 plus authorized training partners and 50 plus universities, supporting talent across all career levels, from entry level to executive leadership. As a GSDC member, you gain lifelong access to interactive webinars, hands-on workshops, SME panels, and global summits. Join a vibrant community of 25,000 plus members and be part of our global events. Check our reviews on Trustpilot. We're trusted worldwide for quality, support, and impact. Whether you're aiming higher or building tomorrow's talent, GSDC is your partner in purposeful growth and impactful leadership. Visit our website to explore our offerings. GSDC, share the best practices and learn from the best practices.
Hello everyone, my name is Pratibha and I'll be your moderator today. So if at any point you have any question or if you want to connect with speaker regarding any query, please feel free to use the chat box. And once again, welcome back to all of you into the one more impactful AI session. Let's start with the session. I hope you're all ready for that. Just allow me a minute to share my screen so that we can move ahead. So, on behalf of the Global Skill Development Council, I'm truly delighted to welcome you all into the GST Certified Learning Must Know AI Strategy series from automation to autonomous intelligence business, building the roadmap from AI automation to autonomy. And one of the things which make this webinar so interesting is the amazing expert panel we have lined up for you. Some of them have already delivered a very incredible and insightful sessions, and others are all set to bring in more powerful ideas. So for those who have joined with us for the very first time, let me give you a quick introduction who we are. Global Skill Development Council is a globally recognized certification body. We are accredited by ABICB. Till yet, we have a 250,000 professionals certified with us. We are associated with 500 plus subject matter experts who contribute to our program. We are also partnered with 100 plus training providers across globe. We are associated with 1,000 plus multinational companies and 50 plus universities worldwide. So, before starting the session, I just wanted to make a quick announcement that we have just launched a very unique platform called GSDC AI Studio, Lifelong Learning Initiative. In this GSDC AI Studio, you will be getting 100 plus live monthly sessions with global expert, including 4 daily sessions, 45-minute live expert lead session for hands-on learning, sessions from global expert. You can learn directly from our AI leaders around the world, real-time practice. You can apply concept immediately and get your question answered. Certification ready, you will be getting the training aligned with industry standard for job ready skills. So do you want to know how you can get the benefit of GSTC AI Studio? Well, let me tell you. So there are three ways. First, you have a free 14-day access in which you will get 80 plus live session per month and access to full GSDC studio. Second, you have a GSDC lifelong membership. You will be upgrading to Pro in $109 and you're going to get the lifetime access of 80 plus live session per month, access to full GSDC studio, free GSDC membership, access to physical event, LinkedIn profile improver. Last but not the least, we have GSTC certification plus lifetime membership. Now, participant, this offer is for a very limited time of period, so make sure you're taking the advantage of it because you're going to get the lifetime access of GSTC certification, all benefits of lifetime membership, personalized coaching, capstone projects plus AI tool, GSTC Copilot, and competency assessment tool in $100 only. So, what are you waiting for? Take the advantage of GSTC certification plus lifetime membership. So currently we are covering 100 plus certification in our portfolio, including the learning and development, HR, Gen AI, agentic AI, emerging technologies, ISO lead auditor and implementer, project management and PMO, agile DevOps and SRE, cybersecurity, digital transformation, and many more. But once you get certified with GSDC, you just don't walk away with the certification. You also become a part of our community, which comes with the lifelong membership and certification upgrade, workshop boot camps, learning club access, also the full benefit of GSDC AI Studio, and many other benefits of GSDC membership benefit. So, with that, it's time to welcome our today's speaker. Today we had Juan with us. So, Juan, thank you so much. I really sorry. I don't know what happened, guys. Just allow me a minute to share my screen once again. I really apologize for that. I think we are having some technical issue, so I am really sorry for that, guys. Meanwhile, please do let us know from where you guys are watching and what are you thinking regarding our regarding our series which we are conducting for you, and we are bringing the global speaker for giving you the sessions on daily topic on a different topic according to your industry knowledge. So here we go. Yeah. Once again, I really apologize to the speaker and participant for this glitch. So it's time to welcome our today's speaker, Juan. So before welcoming him, let me just give you a quick introduction regarding Juan. So Juan is a digital policy and business strategies chief execution with comprehensive 15 plus years of experience in business, government, and technology, successfully orchestrated and delivered digital transformation in private and public sector deliver concrete impacts and digital solution to Fortune 500 companies and G20 countries. He drive organization to make better decision faster across levels and functions. He plans, build, and commercialize digital and data product portfolio. He is actively volunteering in numerous domains in to drive concrete impacts in city, society, nations, and region. Passionate in talent building, teaching, academic research, including general editorial board and philosophical discussion. He is also a senior AI specialist, head of data and digital product, Ministry of Digital Affairs Indonesia, Smart Cities and Government Tech Indonesia. And today he is going to lead the session on how AI is transforming business strategies from data-driven decision to predictive analysis. But before handing over the virtual mic, just a quick reminder, if you want to know more regarding anything for JSDC AI initiative, or if you want to connect with Juan regarding any query, please feel free to use the chat box. Once again, don't be shy. Drop your reactions, emojis, and quick comment into the chat. That's how we know you're with us, actively listening and absorbing from the insightful session. With that, it's time to welcome Juan on our platform. Thank you so much, Juan, coming on our platform. We are very honored to have you as our speaker. The stage is all yours.
Okay, thank you very much. It's my pleasure and honor as well to be able to share in this forum from GSDC. Thanks for the invitation. And for the participants, feel free to share your thoughts, your questions as well. I think for my sessions, I will divide into two big areas. Yeah, the first one is about my context and also my introduction. And the second part will be about the key topic that already mentioned by the moderator, which is how AI and data can drive the strategy and also drive concrete impacts. Yeah. So soon I will share my slides to start my presentation. As one of the component of this presentation, I will do a hands-on demo as well. Even I will share some of the sample data, tools, and so on, so you can test. Okay. Turn up volume. Give me a moment. I hope it is clear enough. Should I speak a bit closer? Test again. For anyone, feel free to share your thought whether you can hear me clearly or not. So let me continue first. Let me share my screen. Okay, I hope everyone can see my screen, and I hope my voice is clear right now. If there is any disruption, especially with the connection or any technical issue, please let me know via chat, or feel free for the moderator to interrupt me. Yeah. So roughly, I think we have around 45 minutes for my presentation. So I hope you can enjoy and you can get the full benefits. So my sincere hope is for you to be able to learn and to apply some of the principles in your day-to-day context. So as already mentioned by the moderator, in this Global Skills Development Council, I will cover the topic about how AI is transforming business strategy from data-driven decisions to predictive analytics. So before I share further about myself, I think this topic is really critical, and I have been handling this area since the early of my career in 2009. During that time, I was handling data analysis to drive business impact, decisions, and so on, that I will share later on. Of course, right now in the development or progress in the domain of AI, there are more ideas, and also there are more options for you to explore and how we can influence the business strategy and make better decision as the organization. So as already mentioned as well during the introduction by the moderator, I will blend my perspective from various sectors. So in summary, I like to call myself technology and public sector transformation expert. So I will share my perspective from the unicorn company. I worked in the Traveloka before, and also in the public sector, which is I handle smart city, GovTech, and also AI team or AI unit in the Ministry of Digital Affairs. And I'm also handling as a role as the regional and digital AI expert at UNDP, United Nations Development Program. I will share some of the concrete examples based on this journey. So hopefully you'll be able to appreciate the context and complexity, how to use AI in making decision, let's say in the context of business, in the context of public sector, or organization in general. So this is a quick summary about my professional journey. I will not repeat one by one since I already mentioned it just now. Now we come to the first context. So I want all of you to really step back and to really understand about the tech trend that has been happening, especially in the last 1 to 2 years. So I use this example, not really new in 2026, but this is actually since 2024. But I think some of the trends are still relevant, especially in terms of the development of AI and robotics. So this is the publication from World Economic Forum together with McKinsey, and there are some of the key trends and key development that we should focus on. For your context, AI is not a really new area or topic, actually. So even since 1970s, 1980s, there has been research about AI. There is ups and downs and so on. Even during my university period, 27, 29, let me use some examples. I think IBM Watson during that time is also quite notable. But in terms of the development and progress, it's very different with the current technology. For example, like ChatGPT, Gemini, and so on. So I think for you to keep in mind, so there are these kind of trends that we can consider, especially if you want to make further and better decision in our organization. Just in case some of you want to know the implementation related to genomics, biotechnology, and so on, I've been handling in some of my professional journey about that as well. So you can ask, feel free to share and ask questions about that as well. So now I will deep dive further about the latest trend on AI. So this is the trend for this year, 2026. There are quite a number of them, and I think there are good elaboration or explanations about this, but I don't want to spend too much time. So I hope I can respond or I can address some of your questions and comments later on. So to me, I've been dealing with data and AI, especially in the last 5 to 7 years, more intensively. Now, with all the development of LLM, the computation, and then all the practical use cases about I think there are so many possibilities that we can consider. So I like the framework of AI from NVIDIA CEO, Jensen Huang. So he mentioned there are at least 5 layers for AI. It's not just only the final application. We can start from the energy. Then the next one will be about the chip manufacturing. The next one, we talk about the infrastructure. Then from there, the data model or the AI model. Then only after that, the applications. So if we use those 5 layers framework, some of them are also highlighted in this AI trend. Let's say green data centers, human-centered AI governance, and so on. And if some of you are monitoring the memory or the RAM prices, I think the prices are increasing really significantly in the last, let's say, few days. I think it signifies in terms of the computation, in terms of the resources, in terms of the energy data centers. Those elements are the parts that we should consider if you want to use AI in the organization-wide level. Of course, if you want to use it individually for yourself, yeah, you can use any available, let's say, online or cloud-based AI solution. Later, I will give some examples about that. But if you want to think wider from the organization context, then you should plan and calculate more carefully and in a more detailed manner. So in that case, you will be able to really justify the costs and the benefits, let's say, from the AI investment and also from the AI development that I will share later on. So keep in mind, these are the trends of AI for this year. I believe there will be quite a number of changes, development, and so on. I think moving forward, let's say around mid of this year or the third quarter of this year, you should reflect back and check again this kind of trend, how they are progressing, and is there any other area or domain that is quite new that we haven't really predicted or thought before. So yeah, I think please keep in mind about this trend. And now I want to share a little bit about my context or introduction in the public sector. I will not spend too much time of this, but I want you to think as the technology specialist or expert, how you want to use technology for concrete impact. So we are not only using technology for the sake of technology, but you want to drive business value for the government. You want to serve your citizens better. So in this context, I use the framework from Singapore about digital government. So they use a simple framework, who, what, how. That is very simple. And then in the end, they want to serve several stakeholders through the digital government initiative. There can be the citizens, there can be the business users, and also from the government or public officers. Those are the key areas or the key users from the initiative from the digital government in Singapore. And from there, we think what will be the critical elements, what will be the critical services, digital infrastructure, including data-driven initiative that can help the government to serve the citizen. I think this is the first example from Singapore government. This is my journey in smart city. So if you see, there are five stages of smart city. Smart city as data, as service, as platform, as hub, and as ecosystem. So the note that I keep telling my colleagues in the smart city context, smart city is not just only implementing CCTV, sensors, and so on. In the end, after you get all that data or those details, all those pattern, what do you want to do with that? What kind of service, what kind of benefits that you can provide to the citizens? And from the city ecosystem, let's say with the industry partners, research, NGO, and so on, what kind of collaboration and benefits that you can push further from the ecosystem perspective? So I think please keep in mind, so data is not just only from the technical perspective, AI is not just only from the technical perspective, but how you can drive actual impact to your business, to your citizens, to your ecosystem. So this is the further elaboration of smart city. I will not share too much details yet. I will share more examples later on, but in the end, is the process flow all the way from the data sources, the relevant technology component. Then from there, you further process your data, and then you will be able to provide the final service or recommendation. So this process will be the same and relevant everywhere. Any organization, any business, you need to collect your data, internal data, external data. You need to combine or to store it somewhere. It can be your on-premise database, can be your cloud platform, and so on. Then from there, you process it as a data model, and from there you provide recommendation. In some of the more mature organizations, you may have enterprise API management, whereby you'll be able to manage the data sharing accordingly. And for the final result or presentation, it can be to your super apps, it can be to your website, it can be to your email, dashboard, and so on. Yeah. So this is the example of the data analysis and data process in the context of smart city. So this is the final result for your awareness. I will give more example later on, so you will be able to appreciate what kind of data, what kind of decision that you can make from the usage of data ecosystem, of AI, and how it will influence your organization. So during the COVID-19 context, I built with my team and develop and also execute all these kind of dashboard and policy. It can be about demography analysis.
I
It can be about
want,
the spread. Yes. Mm-hmm.
sorry for the
Yeah.
interruption.
Yeah.
One of
Sure.
our participants is saying, can you please turn up your volume? They are not able to hear you properly.
Oh, okay. I think I have increased my volume and I already uh make my mic a bit closer. How about now? Is it clear? Testing. Is it clearer or still not clear? Testing.
Clear now. Thank you.
Oh, okay, sure. Okay, let me try again. Yeah, thanks for the input. Actually, I already increased my mic volume and I already speak quite close to my mic. Let me continue. So yeah, this is the example of the COVID-19 analysis that I think I am satisfied until now, whereby I can give concrete impact to the actual execution and to the actual policy in Jakarta and indirectly in the national context during that time. So in my journey at the UNDP, United Nations Development Program, in the end, we use digital initiative, including AI, especially to help the crisis resilience and also healthy planet in the context of environment and also in terms of the social progress and so on. So if you see on the right-hand side, there will be metrics about healthcare and then about environment, sustainability, and so on that I will elaborate later on. So in the smart city, I am based in Jakarta, Indonesia, but we are also working closely in the ecosystem of Southeast Asia. So we have the ASEAN Smart Cities Network. What we should do and execute in this context. So we are having a partnership across 20 plus cities in Southeast Asia across domain. It can be about education, transportation, housing, water, mobility, and so on. And from there, we try to build data-driven decision, data-driven product, so we can share and we can reuse across countries. So the mindset here is how we can develop something in my current context in a smart city, but in the end, moving forward, I can share the lessons learned, and also I can share the technology with other cities in the Southeast Asia context. So these are some of the journeys that we have gone through. And then, yeah, now it is reaching towards more business-centric example. So as I mentioned, I work in the Traveloka, one of the unicorn. We work in the hospitality and also tourism industry. So you see in this category, from the business perspective, we have quite a number of products, around 10 plus 15 up to 20 products. So we categorize them into three categories: traffic drivers, private drivers, and engagement. So now I will touch a bit in terms of the business strategy. Imagine you are the CEO or the leadership of this company. Then you need to think about your product portfolio. You need to understand the performance. Then you need to understand the complexity across country, across product. So some of the questions will be, what kind of product that I should invest more? How about the deviation in certain countries? What kind of product that serve as the complementary or as a supporting products? So all those questions from the business or from the management need data-driven analysis, data-driven recommendation. Even now with AI later on, I will give a simple demonstration. We can somehow automate or semi-automate all those processes. So yeah, I think to give you a bit of context for Traveloka as a unicorn, we started as a flat business, then we expanded accordingly to the hotel business and so on. Then from there, we have further expansion in terms of the supporting products as well. So this is the context. And the way we do analysis, this is just example, how we analyze the routes across cities, across countries. Which route that is already optimum, which route that we should push further, invest further, what kind of capacity that we can push to increase, let's say, the revenue for Traveloka. So this kind of analysis will be useful and can be used for the country team, let's say Indonesia, Vietnam, Thailand, Malaysia, and so on. And they will be able, what kind of routes, what kind of areas, what kind of airlines that they should focus on, invest, and put more efforts. So this is one of the example from the business perspective, how we use data to drive business impact. Later on in my next area or category, I will share how you can use an AI to influence the business strategy. So let me stop my screen sharing here for a while. I want to check some of the questions if you have. I want to give a chance for one or two questions before I proceed, just in case some of you have. You can type. Otherwise, I will just continue for my next section. So just to reemphasize, my first section is about the introduction, about my context in the public sector, in the business domain, in the unicorn. So the next one, I will share some of the practical tips related to organization, business analysis, and then the implementation of AI. So I hope after the sharing, you can reflect back in your own organization and you can think what kind of AI-related tools that can be useful for you. Let me see some of the chat. If no, I can just continue. And as already mentioned by the moderator, you can ask later on as well after I have completed my presentation and demo session as well. Yeah. Okay, I think there is no question. Let me share my screen again and continue. Right. Okay, I think now you can see my screen. So this is the next section of the second section of my presentation. I will talk about the intersection or the interrelation between AI, data, and business impact. As I already mentioned during my recap and initial explanation, AI and data, they cannot be isolated only in the technology domain. In the end, in your organization, in the business, in the public sector, you must relate those technologies into actual impact. I think those are the areas that are really critical. I think during my career journey, I've met quite a number of colleagues who are really interested on technology, but in the end, they are just exploring the technology for technology's sake. In the end, you need to really think through about the actual impact that you can make by using that technology. So hopefully, in this context, I will share some of the framework, tips, and examples that can help you in this journey. So this is the first one that I can share. This is a typical business strategy approach whereby you have the business strategy layer, you have your strategic priority, can be related to certain domain or department of your organization. Then you have the AI strategy. So what I want to advise you, and I want you to step back and think how you want to structure your organization, especially the technology team. For sure, there's a typical centralized approach, decentralized approach, and also the hybrid approach. I think in the end, many organizations will go in the hybrid approach. But what exactly means by the hybrid approach? So let's take example in this context. We have AI team or AI domain, and typically there are not many so-called AI experts. Maybe out of the total 100% of the company employees, the AI expert only around 2% up to 5% of the total employee. I think in general, this is my sense. So you need to really think through how you can really maximize the impact of the AI or technology team and also the service and product that they generate. So in my practical experience, I want to deploy the AI team and service through the key priority or the key department. Let's say I will give you two examples. For the first one in Traveloka, I think we have the flight business and hotel business as the key business units. So you can deploy accordingly, like the BU team member, and then from there, you still have the central technology team to maintain or to govern the infrastructure. That's one way. In the smart city context, we need to serve various government agencies like the Agency of Health, Transportation, Environment, and so on. Then we need to align with the priority of the leader, which is the government or the governor. Then from there, you need to deploy your scientists, analysts, AI expert accordingly, while also maintaining the central level of infrastructure. So in this context, my simple or practical tips will be mindful with your company strategy or organization strategy. And from there, you derive how the technology can help or can be useful in achieving or realizing those targets and priority. This is the first one. The second one, especially in the context of typical conglomerates or public sector organization, I think it will be useful to think about agile organization. In technology company or in the unicorn, I think most of them, they are already using this agile framework. But I think in other organizations that I mentioned, typically it will be on the left-hand side, whereby you have the top-down management hierarchy, then you have all the relevant team under the leadership team. Then it can be a silo. Even including the technology team, they can be isolated as a technology department. I think in the end, what I want to recommend is to progressively moving towards the right-hand side organization, which is more like organism, whereby you have the mixture of team. Let's say in my example, in the Traveloka as unicorn, we have the mixture of business unit team. Let's say in the head level, they're supported by the data team, supported by the marketing team, and also supported by the product associate team. Then from there, we make this kind of agile organization. We have the sprint, let's say every 2 weeks, to really drive the priority for that quarter, for that month, and so on. So by having this example, I want to apply that in my context in public sector, which is very rigid. So I try to progressively deploy data scientists, business analysts, data engineers working together with the policy analyst, communication specialist, operational manager, and so on. It is not easy. There will be cultural aspect that you need to think through. I think it happens everywhere, especially if you want to drive AI-related solutions. But by having these changes, then progressively they are able to adopt more innovation. And then from there, you can drive more concrete results from the technology, including data and AI. I don't want to talk too much about this. This is another example from the Singapore context, whereby the structure under the Prime Minister office, there are several components in terms of the organization. They have the Smart Nation unit, and also they have the Government Technology unit as one of the implementing agency. So in my context, Indonesia, we are trying to have something similar like this. So we are also progressing in building our smart city ecosystem and also GovTech agency Indonesia. The idea or the intention is straightforward, how we can use technology to drive impact in the government organization, government agencies, and in the end, to get or to drive the benefits to the citizens. So this is one of the example. And now I want to give a kind reminder about data maturity framework. So if you want to ensure you want to drive innovation in your organization, then you need to think through and you need to be honest where you are. So I don't want to describe everything in details, but let's say all the way from the early stage, all the way to the mature stage, reactive, tactical, enterprise, strategic, and transformational. I think in my experience, not all organization must reach the last stage. It is okay for you to stay, let's say, at the level of level 1, tactical, or level 2, enterprise. Depends on your context, depends on the vision of your organization, and also depends on the scale of operation. Let's say if you're a global company operating in the 5 continents, I think, do you like it or not, you must be able to reach level 3, level 4, yeah, more strategic and transformational. But if you are a local startup, you just started, let's say, for 3 years, 5 years, I think it's okay. You're still at the level of tactical and enterprise. So it really depends. But I want you to step back and to think through about this data maturity framework. Because in the end, from this maturity level, you can know how much, how far you can use data, and you can drive AI solutions in your organization. So I go to the next slide. So this is another version of the maturity framework. So one of the good signals that I can share will be after the chasm, whereby we are able to drive predictive and prescriptive analytics. What I mean by that, it means there will be concrete recommendation, there will be concrete actions from the result of the data analysis and from the AI solutions. It is not just only dashboard or report that no one really cares or the leadership will not see and follow up. So I think that is my journey and my role as well in my government context, whereby they are generating so many documents, so many reports, and so on. But in the end, how can you ensure your analysis, your framework, your efforts, your digital products in the end will be utilized, will be seen from the leadership team? It can be a minister, it can be governor, it can be the head of the agency, and so on. So you need to think carefully. So one simple reflection from this, if you have all the technology team, all the services that you have, in the end, what kind of decisions that has been made by leveraging this data, this service, this technology. I think from this reflection, you'll be able to proceed how you want to push, how you want to drive your organizations forward. For sure, later on, if we talk about AI, we can go to the right-hand side, which is the purple color, autonomous system, human-machine interface, whereby AI, which is all towards agentic AI, will be more active in making coordination and even decision that I will share later on. So many of my colleagues ask me, now with the development of AI, what should I do? How should I position AI in the organization? So if you remember, I mentioned about the agile organization. There is one approach. But if you are more aggressive, this is the report from, sorry about the background noise for a while here. Sorry for that. So from this playbook, I think there will be approach where you can be AI native. What it means like that? It means AI is not only the additional component in your organization, but AI is the central part that can change holistically major part of your organization. It's a bit disruption. So in this analogy, by building an airplane, it's not just additional engine, but it is a total redesign of your organization by leveraging the technology. So you are able to drive better decision and innovation. I don't encourage every organizations to go to the right-hand side AI native approach. I think not all organization must reach that stage, but it depends on you. You can step back and see what kind of organization that you want to go. If you are a pure tech company and you want to be the forefront of innovation, then the right-hand side approach does make sense. But if I am working in the government context, maybe digital unit and so on, maybe the left-hand side is still quite okay in government context, unless the government wants to incubate a totally new technology organization that will be very fast, very advanced in terms of technology, then we can use the AI native approach on the right-hand side. Then the next one, this is about the tech stack, actually. Our traditional situation will be on the left-hand side. You have CRM, ERP, legacy system, and so on. Then you have the additional elements for the AI module. But in the end, if you want to be really comprehensive about your AI implementation, then you can consider the right-hand side, whereby all the relevant layers, application, model development, data layer, infrastructure, you consider about the AI possible impact and implementation. Then from there, you are optimizing all your tech stack to really support the AI innovation or the AI services. I have helped some of the organizations to be in this niche. As I mentioned, not every organization must go to this direction. But if you are really serious in building AI latest innovation across your organization, that you may want to consider the second option. I will not repeat. I think the message is quite the same actually for this one. So this is some of the this is example of my context, especially in the government and business, whereby we are really analyzing the demographic data for Jakarta, and from there we give relevant social aid based on the needs of the citizen. So it's not based on assumption, but really based on the actual situation on the ground. This is another example whereby we handle or manage flood situation. So it's not reactive, but we can predict and anticipate the situation of the flood. And from there, we deploy the relevant officers accordingly, and we ensure there is a good response or feedback from the citizen. This is ongoing and a real example about the flood management in the Jakarta context. This is another example whereby I help FMCG, global organization, fast-moving consumer goods, to really recommend and find the new outlets for them. So they are operating across Indonesia, but not all of them are performing. So we want to ensure they can expand to a new outlets by providing geospatial analysis based on demographic situation, telco data, mobility, and in the end, we can provide relevant recommendations to the business stakeholders. So now I almost reached towards my end of presentation before Q&A. I want to give you a simple example. I think I assume some of you may be quite new about technology, or some of you are more from the business side. So I want to share example how we can build dashboards. Yeah, so I mentioned some of the examples like this. In the past, we need business analysts, data scientists, data engineers to build this kind of dashboard. But right now, with the development of I think you can utilize AI solutions. I give some examples, but I don't really so-called advertise these solutions yet, but it's just for your context and reference. Feel free to explore other solutions. So yeah, what I do, I want to share with you, this is the sample data that I use. I used Tableau before as the dashboard analytics tools, and they have, I think, a good sample data about sales data set. So I will copy paste in this Zoom as well, just in case you want to test and you want to download the sample data. And after that, I am using these tools. Again, I don't want to promote this, but I've been using this almost every day to really help me in terms of the insights generation. So I will share in the chat as well. Feel free to use it. They have the free version. So what I did, for sure I log in, use my account, and I attach the file, which is the sample data, and I run it. So I don't do it right now. I give you the final result. I just upload the sample data, which is this one. You can download the Excel file. Then later you need to convert to CSV format. Then after you upload, then you create the dashboard, you will get something like this. They will give you the overview and then the analysis about the sales performance based on country, even the insights they can auto-generate for you, and they provide all the business summary, units sold, discount, profit, bottom location, top location with the key insights, and from there, sales and profit by category, and then they also analyze the segments and so on. For sure, you can deep dive and you can add further analysis and so on. Yeah, so in this context, what I want to share with you, by using AI-related tools, it will be helpful and it can help you to really generate insights to help your organization make better decision. So last time, unit analysts, data analysts, business analysts to really see the data pattern and then to really point out some of the key actions like this. But by using the AI-related tools, for sure you can sharpen and you can iterate the analysis, then they can easily provide this kind of recommendation. Yeah, so I hope it is clear enough. I think that is my presentation. I already spent quite almost 40 to 45 minutes for my presentation. Let me stop my screen sharing, and I want you to do the conclusion and lessons learned for you. So what I did just now, I presented about my journey, especially in the unicorn context, in the government, in the regional, international organization. So they have quite a number of complexities, different situations. And I share with you as well how you can think through your strategy, your organization, how you want to position your AI team, your data team, your technology team. In the end, you can drive actual impact to your organization. And if you want to start from the individual level,